Let's fight. Welcome in the ring to each and every one of you. And I really hope that you guys are well this evening. You've had a good day. You worked for the money. You can go confidently and collect the wages at the end of this week. Perhaps tomorrow you can go confidently and get the salary at the end of the month because you worked with integrity. You didn't pill for the people things or anything like that. You worked honestly, and all honest work, the good book says, is honorable. And so we're happy to have you guys here. If you're joining us on YouTube, you got to subscribe. You're joining us on Twitter, you got to retweet. You're joining us on Facebook. Nothing is for free. The cost of living going up, and Ashley told us that this afternoon. All the more, things are not for free. Y'all see what Bora is selling for now? People trading Bora for secondhand, alien, and all kinds of stuff in this country. It's not easy. It is not easy at all. Nothing is for free, guys. It's Flashback Friday. We flashing back to the thieving, shady characters in the Sputnik deal. We flashing back to the death squad. The joint support teams, regional joint support team / black clothes. We flashing back, folks. Right? Because some of you got short memories, so we got to remind you. And we're going to carry you guys through the PPP Calamity Confusion Calendar. We're going to take you guys through. Hope you guys had a good week. And you know what? I'm going to take some calls this evening. I'm going to take some calls because last night we had talk back Thursday, but we had so much to share with you guys. We didn't even get a chance to take a couple of calls. So we're going to open for a couple of calls tonight. Folks, let's fight. You got to fight in this country. Yeah, you're either biting somebody, you're throwing somebody wig overboard, something. You got to fight for every inch. Nothing is given free. Cost of living going up. Ashley said that this afternoon. We can talk a little bit about that too. Cost of living going up. You see the price, Bora insufficient, beef insufficient. My Lord. I'm vegetarian right now. For the rest of the year, I'm vegetarian. I'm watching my sugar too. Sugar, beef, everything going up. You understand me? You got to wear your clothes with caution. People can't. You can't even sit down some places now. You got to watch. Soap powder gone up. Soap gone up. Toilet paper. You can't even wipe your ass in this country. Everything going up. Everything going up. You can't even afford to do that. You got to buy a bounty now, and you got to upcycle and recycle. Right? You buy a bounty, you use, you wash, you hang out, you dry, and you go again. 10 short months, folks, and look at us. Look at us. We become a nation of mendicants. Thank you, PPP. Thank you. Take a bow. Take a bow. Y'all have done so well. Yeah? You've made Guyana great again. Or great, GRT again. That's what you did. Things great and it tough. It's tough out there. You understand me? It's tough out there. It's rough and tough out there, folks. But we're hoping, waiting to reach that magic number. We're going to start, folks. You got to share. You guys have a responsibility. We have a responsibility to get you the information. And you have a responsibility to help us to circulate the information. Well, we know some of you can't share it back to your profile because you're really peeping. You're peeping. So y'all would not be able to share it back to your profiles, especially the trenches, the jagabats, and so forth. They're peeping. So they would not be able to share back to the profiles. But those of you who can, give us a retweet on Twitter, share on Facebook, and also I want to see you guys subscribe to our channel on YouTube. I want to see about 200 shares tonight. Right? We can do that, folks. You and I can do great things. 200 shares is small thing. 200 shares, small thing. Colleen Isaacs is small thing. Come on, Colleen. Do something tonight. Brenda Nicholson and Odessa Griffith, Deborah Lynch and Yolanda, GT Black Gold, Michelle Butts. The trenches playing the brave now, but they ain't calling in. People message me on WhatsApp. They text me some of the most nasty things. The trenches, the jagabats, the Nakavakamites, right? The most nasty things, but they would never call. I want your calls. I could fight y'all. That's what I want y'all to do, right? Call. right? That's the one of you. The number is 627-6963. You don't even have to wait tonight. Michelle and Diane and Kevin, right? I Candy, Lisa. Lisa, I hope you look proper. When you got a name like I Candy, you better looking proper. Send me a photograph. 627. Lisa, make no forget now my own number. You better ready like that. 627-6963. Julia Lewis. Good to see you, Julia. Kim Walker, Deborah Sharona Lynch, Kevin Harris, Veronica King. All of you guys. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. I'm ready to give you guys the flashback. I want to show you when Harmon put the question to that one, Frank. He started buckling, right? He started buckling. Well, story turn till it turn over now, right? Because Rowley in Trinidad has wailed into them, and we're going to go through Rowley's letter, right? Rowley and hiding behind, Chamber of Commerce and all of that. Rowley dealt with them frontally. Say, y'all jagabats. Right? I just help y'all out. Y'all jagabats, ungrateful bastards. That's what Rowley said. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it for y'all. So share the live stream, Paula Payne. Right? Paula, don't come for freeness tonight, you know. Paula, don't come for freeness tonight. I tired. Paula, hope the dress is send you fit nice. Kevin Harris, Krishna Baldio, Renee, Mackenzie. I hear from Renee a long time. Like we followed Renee. I didn't pay back the money that I borrowed. I think I did pay back the money already. Michelle Butts and Andrew Cosberg, Orwin Don Cook and Veronica Primo Rollins, Andy Nasha Cumberbatch. Good to see all of you. Even the trenchies. Even the trenchies, folks. Even the trenchies. All right? It's good to see each and every one of you very early when Harmon digging it up in them. And then we're going to come back and discuss a couple of other things, and then we're going to go into that. So let's take our flashback early. Rosetta Hoyt, John Abrams, and Eartha London from Barbados. Good. Father Mike and Claire Alexis Chamalady. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Shondell Wilson and Pauline Chambers, Karen McFoy, Brian, a fancy name. It's up to Brian, is that it? Marsha Glasgow. Y'all gotta get some proper names, you know. Y'all parents are real vexed with y'all. Some of these names, right? When I see some of these names, I know when your parents see the vex. And you'll get some vex names. Marlon King, good to see you. You're not one there, Marlon. Right? Firish Village Quarantine Barbies is in the house. Good to see you. Firish, Karen Clark and George Shimado, right? Roshimado. Good to see you, and Krishna and all the others. Kim Walker. If I keep calling him whole night, I call him for the whole hour. So, folks, let's take that flashback. Right? Y'all don't listen to the speaker so much. It's Harmony you're listening to. Right? Don't listen to the speaker so much. Let's go, folks. Let's go.
Already understand that this is money that has been spent. What I would like to find out from you is what vaccines did we purchase? How many did we purchase? And from whom were these purchases made? It wasn't answered. I asked the question, how many vaccines by type were purchased? What price did we pay for them? And from whom did we purchase these vaccines? That's the question.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Health.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you very much, Honorable Harmon, for the question. As I said before, with this contingency, we have been able to purchase 200,000 doses of Sputnik V vaccines. And we have also purchased 100,000 doses of the Sinopharm vaccines. With the Sputnik V vaccine, we have been supplied through the United Arab Emirates and through the offices of Mr. Ahmed Dalmood Al Maktoum And he has, through his offices, have been supplying us with the Sputnik vaccines.
There you have it, folks. A whole pack of scams. Whole scams. I know what I can tell you. It's a whole pack of scams. Right? It's a whole pack of scams. Or as Pierre said, hypocrites. Hypocrites. Minister of Education. Some of us know the word hypocrites, right? Hypocrites. So you Baldio on the chat there, hypocrites. That's what you are. That's the prayer said. The folks, I hope you all sharing this live stream. I don't have to come and fight some of y'all, you know, Orin and Andrea and Pamela and Laura and so on. When I go to your profile, I ain't sure I come to fight y'all, you know, right? And Lambert, who's joining us on YouTube. Good to see you at that end. Rowena and Pish and Cheryl here. I want to come and fight y'all, you know, right? All those persons who saying good to see you guys. Hypocrites. Right? Hypocrites, that's what they are. Thank you, Priya. Hypocrites, you too. Big hypocrites. So they got big fallout now. Big fallout now with this whole Sputnik V. Right? Because we were in the house, Aubrey Stevens joined New York. Oh, we know you're foreign. Aubrey, some little racism. Hypocrites. Right? We asking the right questions in the National Assembly. And confusing them. You understand me? And they're acting up. And we getting the information. Folks, share this live stream. Let me show you the PPP confusion calendar. Every religious day, folks, we coming back. We coming back to chic. Right? We coming back to the scams. Every day in this country, it's something. And let me just give you all a sense of the last couple of days. Right? We've just information. We've just been touching on this information and looking at, oh my Lord, you got so much to choose from, folks. We got space on the calendar. We don't have space on the calendar for everything that's happening. We don't. And so I'm going to go through some of them very quickly in our flashback because we just passed half month. Oh, God of mercy. I tell you, in these COVID packages, in these flood relief packages, they got to put some Nutrifos for your nerves. They got to put some pressure tablets. And they got to put some stelazine for those of us who's run off quick and quick. Right? They got to put some stelazine. Folks, share this live stream. Look what happened for this month already. June 1, they had the big story with Paul Slow. Right? The big story with Paul Slow. Paul Slow said the president asked him for favors for put he people at the top. By June 2nd, Rockstone in Region 10, among other places, flood out. I told you guys before, this sign this young woman is on June 2nd. It's over 15 feet tall. And she at the top holding on for dear life. That's how we hold on in this country with the economy, for dear life. By June 3rd, the Chief Justice had enough with Anil and Ramkissoon and Brown. He dashed them out to the National Assembly. He said they are sitting there illegally. The third set of people, the Chief Justice had to vacate their seats. Right? More COVID deaths, June 3rd, and a whole host of other things. By June 4th, Sheikh Bash firing a whole set of people from GWI. I was made to understand credible information reaching us at that Port-Drying office of GWI. Another set of people went home just today. Another set of people, and I was told that in the time book at Port-Drying GWI, only some people sign in. Only some people sign in. And some people can just waltz in, same level of staff, same level of staff. I'm going to come to Port Joint, GWI, and fight y'all. You understand me? And like I want to be crossing over on the boat the day Sheikh Bash on the boat. I'm going to fight Sheikh Bash. You remember what happened to the boat with the girl that threw the 1 week overboard? Watch and see what happened with me and Sheikh Bash. I'm going to fight him. Madness. By June 5th, COVID surging in Region 9. Surging in Region 9. Right? And we see them distributing the flood relief. Very, very discriminatory. Right? Distributing that flood relief using some very, very discriminatory tactics by June 5th. By June 6th, more COVID deaths. By June 7th, more flood in your skin. Right? More flood in your skin. And by June 7th, folks, understand this, by June 7th, we heard a confession out of a PPP councillor, RDC council in Region 7, Skeet, right? Who said Bell don't pay taxes in the hotel, you don't have a license, you don't pay NIS. He doing all kinds of untoward things to get contracts and all of that. I ain't see them move a motion of confidence against Bell and Ward in Region 7, and we took you all through that. Right? That's just the first week, you know. Watch the second week now. More confusion, Paul, because you know why? PPP in government. Right? By June 8th, we see prison escapee, some of the only catch back one. They only catch back one. By June 7th, more COVID deaths in the skin. More COVID deaths. Right? And then they're hustling with the folks at GCOM. They want to mash up the leadership at GCOM, the way they've done the public service, the police service commission. But Myers wasn't having it. Myers suing them for 125 million. More COVID deaths. By June 10th, finally, the president, the installer Irfan Ali from IFLOT University, declares the flooding a national disaster. Right? And on the same day, the speaker telling us that we can't bring a motion to discuss the flood because the flooding urgent. Confusion powder, going too quickly. June 13th, soldier beats some policemen. Sorry, June 11th, June 12th, we lost our comrade, Douglas Gittins there. Why? Because the government not managing COVID properly. And we're talking about the Sputnik V, right? You had a big power shutdown. Every day is blackout. Every day is blackout. We're going to black out some of them. Every day is blackout. And then we heard by June 12th about the Abari Conservancy spill, and then vegetable price start going up. Folks, you all see what Bora doing in the market? Bora now is Mr. Bora. Bora now is Mr. Bora. You're only eating Bora Christmas Day on your birthday. Mr. Bora. And by June 13, we now see the revelations concerning the Sputnik V. Right? And Al Maktoum, the scams that come in the rented plane and all the white garbs and think they're holy and righteous and pure. But you know it's scams you're dealing with. June 14, Georgetown flood. Georgetown flood. June 15. Right, this fellow named Kenneth Blunt, who was warded at the COVID ICU there in the Liandal. Oh God, the man's been eating in 4 days. He didn't eat in 4 days. Well, they come out now and say that wasn't so. They would have us to believe that was not so. It's chaos and confusion powder. Right? And on June 15th also, we learned that they were brothers wanted by the police for a rape of a 12-year-old. This country gone, folks. It gone. Right? For the rape of a 12-year-old. By July 16, an illegal aircraft is discovered in Kokwani. Right? Kokwani area. And that aircraft is believed to have been transporting drugs. Well, you know the PPP back. So the drugs come back. The PPP come back, drugs come back. Right? We saw an article just recently in the newspaper where in Pomeroon, the residents said they have lost everything, everything gone. Everything gone. More COVID deaths. And then we saw at the high court level, this is 1 month, you know, this is not 9. It's not 10 months, it's 1 month. Then we saw at the High Court judge, Courtius or Cancius, says that Annette is still entitled to the liable money. Right? So Jagyo moved from the magistrate court to the High Court because he want to pay. You want to talk, but he want to pay. You got to talk for your mouth. You got to pay for your mouth. Right? The High Court judge says she's upholding what the magistrate's court ordered. Right? That's what the High Court says. By June 17, folks, right, we see this whole scandalous thing with the COVID vaccine and the Sputnik. It worsens now. T&T PM told us, T&T Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley, he told us that we didn't get the vaccine directly from Russia. And the WHO has not approved the Sputnik V. Right? And by the 17th, which was just yesterday, we saw the Irfan Ali regime dismantle the Police Service Commission. That's what they did, in effect. You suspend every member of the commission. You dismantle it. It's null and void because they can't do your bidding. And as I've been telling you, boron no more expensive than gold and diamond in this country. Right? People rob me up boron. People come in your house, they left in the TV, they left in the microwave, they left in your laptop, they left in your smartphone, your iPhone 21. And that going in your prison thief without your borrow. That's what we did in this country. Folks, 18 days into June, and every day is a purgatory. Every day is a purgatory. 18 days, right? When they talk about green gold, they ain't talking about Gaisuk and sugar, they're talking about Bora. Bora they're talking about. When you hear about green gold. But I wanna go into a little bit into that Keith Rowley issue because Keith Rowley has come out swinging against them. I told you, you gotta fight. You gotta fight them. You understand me? And Keith Rowley. So let me what the Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley has said. The Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley, and this is the chairman of CARICOM, folks. The chairman, right? And he behaving like a chairman. He ain't behaving like an illegal. He behaving and operating like a chairman. And he is willing to do what it takes. You understand me? Hear what Rowley says. In a statement today, Rowley ain't having it. Right? Rowley says, through his Ministry of Foreign Affairs, not some chamber, he has come as a man. Not like Jagdio them, coming through all kind of emissaries and scoundrels. Through his Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I know where I don't know where Utah is. Utah gone missing, absent without leave, AWOL. Here Rowley says the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, that's their ministry over there, has noted with concern the recent misleading, disrespectful, and potentially damaging comments in the Guyanese media ascribed to Dr. Leslie Ransamy, advisor to the Ministry of Health, the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, as well as the most reprehensible, slanderous statement ascribed to the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, GCCI. Imagine, this is a head of state, and the chairman of CARICOM is saying that Leslie Ransamy, right, his comments were misleading, disrespectful, and potentially damaging. Well, if he could do that to Keith Rowley, right? If he could mislead people on what Keith Rowley said, what won't he do to Sherrod Duncan? Or you, Laura Williams? Or you, Burnham Singh, or you, Tamar Smith, all right, what would he say about you? You think he's going to be honest about you? The Prime Minister went on, folks. He says the comments and statement attempt to associate Prime Minister Rowley with views he did not hold and which he has never expressed. It is noteworthy that in his published commentary, Dr. Ramsamy could not offer one single quotation from the Prime Minister to support his false allegation. This man advises the Ministry of Health, Ramsamy, right, to support his false allegation, nor did Dr. Ramsamy offer a shred of evidence to support his misleading claims. At no point in time did the Prime Minister ever disparage the vaccine program in Guyana, or has he ever implied that the vaccines in Guyana are defective or unsafe? And it is extremely unfortunate that the advisor in the Ministry of Health of Guyana would use such falsehood to publicly attack the Prime Minister of a friendly neighboring state, right? It goes on. It gets better, folks. On occasions like these, I get out my popcorn and my Cokes. On occasions like these, I get out my popcorn and my Cokes. Somebody messaged me the other night to say, oh, it's not Cokes, it's Coke. You don't think I know that? You don't think I know that? But we in Ghana, we say Cokes. We say Cokes. I get out my popcorn and my Cokes. Folks, you take a sip. I think Coca-Cola should send me a little check for all this advertising. If some of you got some juice and so you want to advertise, I'd put your juice right there. But for now, get out your popcorn. Hold the focus. Get out your popcorn and your Cokes. This is Rowley wailing into them, right? He said they are disingenuous. That's what he said, really and truly, right? The falsehood. Well, if they could do that to Rowley, what they ain't gonna do to Harmon? Eh? What they ain't gonna do to Valdo? What they ain't gonna do to Christopher Jones and Randy Critchlow and Sherry Duncan? What they ain't gonna do to Juita Finance? Huh? What they ain't gonna do to Kenraj Ramjitan and David Patterson? Huh? The chairman, if you can disparage and lie on the chairman of CARICOM, you all understand who we're dealing with? You understand about the real sanctimonious gangsters we're dealing with? Let me read on what Rowley said. Rowley said the statement of the Georgetown Chambers of Commerce, this is the mouthpiece, the PPP, right? The statement of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry as published by the Guyanese media also makes reference to Prime Minister Rowley that are completely false and appear simply to repeat the fake narrative of Dr. Ramsamy. Why? Because all of them is one. Rowley now figuring it out, but we know it all the time. All of them is one. They don't have the balls. They don't have the testicular fortitude to come out like men and take on Rowley. So the Senate through the GCCI or the Senate through the Private Sector Commission, how you think Govaya get work as National Security Advisor? Yeah? His hand wash, hand make hand come clean. All of them is one. Somebody gonna message me and say it's R. All of them are one. I know that. We say all is one. So that is what Rowley said. He goes on. He says further, the chamber statements disgusting slur. Right? This is the Prime Minister of a country, a proper country, talking with our chamber of commerce, the GCCI. Disgusting slur to the effect that the Prime Minister Rowley fulfills his historical trait of demonstrating scant regard for the Guyanese, for the lives of Guyanese, must be regarded as particularly scurrilous, as a particularly scurrilous attack against the chairman of CARICOM. So that is what the man took it as. He took it as an attack on the chairman of CARICOM. They are 10 months in government, and even Rowley fed up with them. They are 10 months in government, and even Rowley fed up of them. Imagine we. People of Trinidad, imagine us who here in the struggle day in, day out. And I walk you through just some of the pocketry, you know. I just picked out some of what made the headline over the last 18 days. Only some. And Rowley done tired. One day he engaged in them. Right? And how the lion, the man, he tired. Imagine us here. Imagine he goes on, right, to state how he has advocated for our country on the COVID front and on the front of the flood relief. He goes on to talk about when the fishermen were held by Venezuela last year. He was the one who intervened. I thought was Ali and Todd using all of their diplomatic skills, but mouth open, story jump out. Rowley says Dr. Rowley intervened to help achieve the release of the Guyanese fishermen, the penultimate paragraph. The fishermen detained in Venezuela earlier this year. He led the CARICOM support for Guyana during a critical period in the border dispute with Venezuela. Folks, look the uppercut Rowley didn't give them now. Look the uppercut. They ain't say nothing yet, you know. They can't even respond. You know why? They don't have the spine. Right? And Rowley stand up as a statesman, as the chairman of CARICOM, proper, right? Not installed, properly appointed, right? And look what he said in his penultimate paragraph. I shame to read this. You understand me? I shame to read. Here's what Rowley said. He said the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, his Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs strongly condemns this published falsehood against Prime Minister Rowley by Dr. Ramsamy and the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, and call upon the authorities in Guyana to disassociate themselves from such unwarranted, scurrilous, and disrespectful attacks on the sitting chairman of CARICOM, which incidentally is headquartered in Georgetown. I shame for them. I shame for them. You understand me? In any decent country, if the chairman of CARICOM has said a member of the government has lied on them in this regard, the government of the day will have taken the liberty to fire that person. But you know what? You know what? Ramsamy ain't going no place. Ramsamy ain't going no place if y'all can get Kwame and Onage and the likes of them, right? Dalrymple and get charged yet, still in government. They can do something with Frank Anthony. If the chairman of CARICOM had written this, right? This is a job appraisal, right? That person should be fired immediately. But Ramsamy ain't going no place. I want to read it over. This is the chairman of CARICOM, you know. This is not the chairman of the Lions Club in Bel Air, right? No offense, I shouldn't even use that example. This isn't the chairman of your little corner shop, your little community group, right? Listen to what the chairman of CARICOM and the Prime Minister of Trinidad says through his Foreign Affairs Ministry. He says he strongly condemns the published falsehood against the Prime Minister Rowley by Dr. Leslie Ramsamy and the Georgetown Chambers of Commerce. All of them should resign and just close down, right? Close down the chamber, right? Give them political office. They're wasting time. Close down the chamber. And calls upon the authorities in Guyana to disassociate themselves from such unwarranted, scurrilous and disrespectful attacks. Disrespectful attacks on the sitting chairman of CARICOM, which incidentally is headquarters in Georgetown. I shame, but they ain't got shame. Right? In 10 short months, this is where we are. The man was right and the vex. Right? And Ramsamy said it in a letter in Starbuck News this morning. He said that the World Health Organization has not approved. He said the World Health Organization has not approved of Sputnik V. That is all. That is what he said. That is what Rowley said. Right? But you think you want Rowley to engage in this skullduggery that you all engage in. You all think everybody like you all corrupt to the core. Right? That is what you all think. And so, moving on from that, Harman has written now to the installed Frank Anthony. He has written to the installed Frank Anthony, and he has asked for some information, which we asked for in the National Assembly, but are yet to receive. Which we asked for, but we are yet to receive. Right? In that letter dated today's date, he is asking for the quantities and batch numbers of the vaccines purchased from Sheikh Al Maktoum and Omar Zahur or their partners, the shipping information, including transshipment information, and the conditions under which vaccines were stored for shipment. The procurement process utilized, including the due diligence done on the supplier. Rowley would have asked for that, right? Because in all forward-thinking countries, that is what obtains. That is what obtains. So that is the information that the leader of the opposition is requesting on Maktoum. Right? But Maktoum come in fancy jet and white clothes and looking pure and so on and say Maktoum good. Right? Maktoum good. It's we the fighting. So Maktoum has gotten over $600 million more than what the current market prices are indicating for those Sputnik V vaccines, right? So if Maktoum didn't come a millionaire to Guyana, he has left a multi-millionaire, right? He has left a multi-millionaire, and we can't even afford to wipe our ass because toilet paper gone up and soap gone up, right? Toilet paper gone up and soap gone up as well. But Maktoum has left a multi-millionaire. He come with a rented jet, he probably going and buy one. Because we got a pandemic and a national disaster called the PPP. And all it is doing, it is getting worse. All it is doing is getting worse. And while they were out there ridiculing the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the people were organizing some flood relief for us. I don't know if they understand that only some people getting the flood relief, so they got to help the others, but nevertheless, they were organizing or are organizing. I know if they change their mind. I don't know if they changed their mind, but they said, God don't come, he send. But the people are organizing some flood relief for us while we out there scandling, right? And if you don't think things are getting worse, oh Father, if you don't think things are getting worse, hold on, right? Let me show you what the installed Bar Jagdio said in mid-May. The flood didn't start yet. In mid-May, because some of them are going to come to tell us now. Some of them are going to come to tell us that it's because of the flood, things going up, right? But this is mid-May, and I have given you, we're giving you here some comments of Ashley Singh during the budget. Oh, they promised the moon and the stars. They promised what they call economic dynamism, but how it going? Folks, how is the economic dynamism going with the raise in price for salt, sugar, toilet paper, soap, and everything? How it going? So listen to Ali. Listen to Ali, right? And then I'll come back and tell you what Ali said just today about the rising cost of living. Listen to them. Listen to Ali. Then listen to Jaguar. Remember, this is before the flood started. This is before the flood started. To give you the indication that the prices are already going up. Listen to what the Minister with responsibility for finance
Guyana will bring
is saying.
tangible and demonstrable betterment to all Guyanese. With the implementation of this agenda, Guyana will be an unrecognizably different place in every positive respect. With these objectives in mind, this budget ensures we recover as a country both from 2020 and from the last 5 years of trauma. It puts in place the policies needed to catalyze rapid economic growth in the near and the medium term. And it lays the foundation needed to ensure that that growth is not transitory, but is sustainable for the longer term. Budget 2021 is therefore presented under the theme, A Path to Recovery, Economic Dynamism and Resilience.
In spite, we've seen an uptick in the price of commodities, and not just food items, but steel, like zinc, almost everything, even lumber, futures, etc. A lot of this was mentioned, and people write every day because rightfully.
So, folks, that was before the flood, as I said. That was before the flood, right? Believe it or not, that was before the flood. And just today, right? Just today, T&T is getting some stuff up for us. The minister with responsibility for finance, the installed minister with responsibility for finance in the office of the president, I was made to understand, was on critics. Now they got NCN, they got DPI, right? You got News Source, you got Times, you got Chronicle. They're on critics. They're on critics, huh? So really and truly, we shouldn't really be budgeting anything for NCN and DPI and Chronicle and so, because they aren't really functioning. But they're on critics. Here's what the minister said. Here is what the minister said about the cost of living in Guyana, right? That is his headline. Let me bring it up close so you can see. That is their headline. I think it's DPI, cost of living. The government is suddenly open to all viable policy options, because you know why? They ain't got the answers. I thought they know everything. I thought they know everything, because Ashley Singh just told us, unless we deaf, he has said Guyana will be an unrecognizably different place. You're wrong, because that statement was made in March. And indeed, we are an unrecognizably different place, but not for the right reasons. So here's what Ashley Singh said just this afternoon. Just this afternoon, about the cost of living and them being open to all the options. It's help they want. Right? If you can't do the work, vacate the office. Vacate the office. According to DPI, right? According to DPI, he says that I can tell you that we are certainly open to the extent that there are some items that have some room that we can adjust on taxes. So they're planning to raise tax, right? We can adjust on taxes as a government. We are open to all viable policy options, because the outer ideas bankrupt. They're coming with no ideas and they still don't have no ideas. We are under no illusion of the nature of the challenge. Things hard, Mr. Bora, Mr. Sugar, right? We are under no illusion of the challenges, and we know that, this is a situation that exists, right? We know that this is a situation that exists. That is what they're saying. We know that this is a situation that exists, right? He said that these are extraordinary challenges, right? So this is an admonition. So it's an acknowledgement. Right? It's an admission that they have failed as a government. In 10 short months, they have failed. Right? You got Kaulasar in this government. He's a foreign minister. You got this Jagabat as a foreign minister. You got Jack Yo as a foreign minister of finance. All three of them. And in 10 short months, they have failed. You know why? Because God don't like ugly. He don't like ugly. And they're too wicked, stink, dirty, and nasty. And he don't like ugly. So he's now come to tell us that we're open to all viable policy options. You know what's a good viable policy option? Y'all find a boat of dead people that y'all couldn't find moving 2 nautical miles per hour without any engine. Y'all climb in and y'all sail away. Y'all sail away. That is a good viable policy option. Y'all sail away, beat out, right? A pack of waste. That is what they are. A pack of waste, right? They're open suddenly. They're open suddenly to all viable policy options, folks. All of a sudden, right? While we are still being inundated by floodwaters. And I want to bring some of that to you. We are being inundated. Still, a man sent me some video this afternoon. I wasn't able to upload it as yet from Yakasari. Hundreds of cows stranded. He said, you see the government yet. And they're looking for policy options. Right? They're looking for policy options at this 9th hour. Right? Look what is happening at Three Friends Mine.
What to be killed by the one with the last night? You see him, man.
Three Friends Mine, and that is region 10, folks. That is region 10 for you. Three Friends Mine. Things are getting worse. Right? Things are getting worse. Things are only getting worse. Right? Let me invite my my brother Randy to come in. I'm only now seeing this, but Randy is going to join us in a couple of minutes. Randy's going to join us in a couple of minutes. Things ain't getting better. It's getting worse, folks. Right? And Randy has been on the forefront covering this issue. I know some folks have been trying to call us. Let me see if I can maybe return the favor. Right? Somebody has been trying to call us. Let me see if I can take a call or so. You are live.
Hi, Shara. Good evening.
You are live. Go right ahead. You are live on the program. Go right ahead. You're live on the program. Go right ahead.
Thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much. You're doing a wonderful job this evening, but I have some bones to pick with you.
Go right ahead.
You need more time on your program for region number 11 to have views. You need more time because it's not enough.
I'll take that into consideration.
Yes, please. You have a lot of, I guess, you will be having a lot of responses from region number 11.
Yeah.
Because we're limited in terms of getting our views over. And you guys are the only source. So please, two quick things I want to talk about.
Go right ahead.
I am shocked, Mr. Harmon and others, taking the Sputnik vaccine. My God, why would you trust a dictatorship government, a government that helped to overthrow or was assisted to have a coup on the Guyanese people? Why would you trust them to take a vaccine that where it is being manufactured, they're not even giving their own citizens it? Why would you do that? Why in the name would you do that?
Say that we were acting on the information that we had at hand, that these vaccines passed through the right procedures and came directly from the manufacturers and not by all of these shady characters.
Oh my God, it's unbelievable. I can't believe it. Why would you trust them to think that they would do the right thing for Guyanese people? It's not, they don't care. They don't care. There is no oversight. Why would you trust them? It's unbelievable. Guyanese should not take the vaccine. Let them keep it, send it back or something. Forfeit the money. You cannot take it. Who is to say that's the real Sputnik? Who is to say that? Who's there to verify it?
Point taken. Point taken. Thanks very much for coming through.
Point.
Yeah, go right ahead. Right ahead. Right ahead.
Sure. I want Guyanese people to take a look. There are two major money transfer services that works internationally. There is one. I don't want you to comment. I am going to mention it, and I have proof of it. Western Union is offering Guyanese overseas money transfer at a less rate than the market value. MoneyGram is not doing that. Western Union is doing it, and I have proof of it. And I'm letting the Guyanese people know who are in the diaspora investigate. I don't know if it's a plan, if it's orchestrated with the government, but that's what they're doing. They're offering money transfer less than the market value. And this is not right. I have proof of it. I did my investigation and I saw it. And when I did find that out, that's the end for me in Western Union. No more. I have the proof. So, Guyanese people, please investigate that.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sharon.
Have a great evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Rock and come in, Randy. What's happening there? What's happening, Randy? What's happening in this country, my brother? What happening? Give me some audio. What happening?
My microphone was off. Good evening to your viewers. I'm happy to be in the ring, Sharon. I know I was supposed to be in the ring the other night, but thanks to the PVP and GPL, I couldn't do that. I couldn't join. Every time I was ready,
fight you, know, Randy. We don't want to, but we're gonna fight you. What's happening? What's happening? Unpack for us.
You know, Sharon, there's so much unpacking in the morning. Started with that breaking news. I'm sure that you spoke about it. The government of Trinidad and Tobago responding, clap back. You know, it was a clap back.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a clap back. That was a box back. That was a box back.
You know what I found interesting, Sharon? That they are those persons who claim to be professionals and operating in the private sector. You know, these are the persons who say, well, we're not involved in politics. But suddenly they're ready to write a letter on behalf of the Minister of Health, parroting what Leslie Ramsamy said, and attacking somebody who we just begged for help. That it is so strange and crazy. It's as if they weren't thinking about this. To the man, you know, a historical propensity not to care about Guyanese life or something like that. I might be misquoting them, but to that effect, it's as if they just threw that in just like that. And what I find strange, these are the persons who behave pious. and the word sanctimonious has been used a lot, but they put on this mask of the private sector, but they're ready at the drop of a hat to write a statement at the behest of this fraudulent administration. If your PPP come out and say we're supporting this government, don't be hiding behind these statements that you're writing for the administration, attacking people, attacking the opposition leader, saying what the opposition leader did not say. They said that the opposition leader said that the vaccine was fake. The opposition leader never said that.
Yeah.
He said, the onus is on you now to provide the information to the Guyanese people.
Yeah.
Because we know that you get the vaccine from a fraudster, a middleman who is a known fraudster. And we have concerns. He has concerns because he took the vaccine. And I'm happy that he said that. Because
I have concerns too. I took it. I have concerns as well. And I can say that when I took it, I was acting on all the information that I had, that this vaccine had indeed come direct. They had bought these vaccines from the manufacturer, and they were approved by all the relevant people like the WHO.
Cheryl, I got, just before coming on, I was privy to some information. I see one of the ex-Kaichor reporter sharing now. I think he's working with the government, Kamal or something like that, working with the government, sharing a video that shows journalists like Gordon Mosley and Nazima Ragabir saying, look, we took the vaccine, and they're explaining their experience with the Sputnik vaccine, kind of like a PSA. Of course, they did this 2 months ago. This was before the information was revealed. So now they're trying to force this information up, but look, as some sort of band-aid to the wound, right? But this is what they're doing. Ironically, there has been no response to Gordon Mosley's questions, though. The vaccine mathematics.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
this is a dissertation. I mean, I want to go through it. I don't think I have enough time, but this is a dissertation here.
Sharon, I paid some extra money for airtime tonight. You know where you go.
Once you got it covered, Randy. Once you got it covered. So Gordon says, I think I have that, so I can try to put it up for our folks. I think we have that. Gordon said, just give me a second. I am Randy, you come to kerfuffle me now.
As you're getting that shared, let me just say to those persons who are looking, note that remember they said that they ran out of second doses. There are thousands of persons who are waiting on that second dose, Sharon. Remember, persons who are saying that those persons in the hinterland regions who you might only get once, you should probably not give them the vaccine that you need 2 doses because you don't know if you'll see them again. So there are thousands of persons who are still waiting on the second dose of COVID Sputnik vaccine. And the thing that I am concerned about is that the Minister of Health, fraudulent as he is, has not answered the leader of the opposition's questions yet about the information, the details of these vaccines.
Randy, what I'll do is sum up quickly what in all the math that Gordon did. He said there was clearly some issues with purchases and delivery. He said it's either more first doses were purchased than second doses, or more first doses were delivered than expected. He said the ministry needs to explain these numbers and also give some additional assurances to the people awaiting the second dose as to when the second doses will eventually arrive. There are thousands of persons right now on that list for second doses.
Yeah.
He said the math ain't adding up.
It ain't adding up. He said if we go back to the original statement, 305,000 Sputnik vaccines would have been received so far. If we minus the second dose given.
And I know, Randy, you have some recent information out of the office of the leader of the opposition. You want to share that with us? There's a statement.
Well, the leader of the opposition was live just before you came on, and you know today he wrote a letter to the fraudulent Minister of Health.
Yes, I actually read it to our viewers earlier.
Great. So now that it has been almost 24 hours and no response from the minister, who said that he had this information readily available for the people of Guyana, which is what people are asking. He hasn't responded. So the leader of the opposition came on tonight and quite clearly called him out. He said, where is the information? Where is the information? Let me see if I can play that piece.
Thank you, Annie.
Yesterday, in my press conference, I made certain disclosures with respect to the Sputnik V vaccine, 200,000 doses which had been acquired by the government. After my press conference, the Minister of Health went on record as saying, oh, we have all of the available information. The opposition should ask for it. I wrote Dr. Anthony, the Minister of Health, and I wrote him in these terms. This is what I said to the Minister of Health. Reference is made to your disclosure in the National Assembly on Monday, 14th June 2021, that the Sputnik V vaccines procured for Guyana for use in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic were not procured directly from the government of Russia, but through a middleman whom you disclosed to be Sheikh Ahmad Dalmuk Al Maktoum. Accordingly, I shall be grateful if you could provide the following information. 1, the quantities and batch numbers of the vaccines purchased from Sheikh Al Maktoum and or Omar Zahur and their partners. 2, the shipping information, including transshipment information and the conditions under which vaccines were stored for shipment. 3, the procurement process, the due diligence done on the supplier. You would agree that it is important that Guyanese be assured that their health and safety are not being jeopardized. And to this end, transparency and public disclosure of the details surrounding the procurement of the Sputnik V vaccines are important. I look forward to your earliest provision of the information requested, as it will go a long way in assuaging the understandable concerns of Guyanese. Also on the 17th of June, I called on the People's Progressive Party regime to discontinue the use of that batch of Sputnik V vaccines until verification from the manufacturer of its authenticity, given the fact that it was not procured directly from the source, that is to say the Russian government, but rather through middlemen, who it has since been revealed have been involved in shady dealings concerning the supply of the Sputnik V vaccine in several countries. I'm extremely disappointed. In fact, I'm angry that instead of providing the information which has been requested and which Dr. Frank Anthony said publicly he had readily available, the PPPC has instead chosen to attack the opposition with these ridiculous assertions that having taken the vaccine, opposition members of parliament are now seeking to prevent our fellow Guyanese from being vaccinated. Nothing can be further from the truth. Where is the information, Frank Anthony? Where is the information? Rather than calling us reckless and all of that, who is reckless now? It's over 24 hours has passed, and still you cannot provide this information. Rather than that, there's some innocuous publication signed by Marlon Cole, calling it a public advisory about the way how vaccines are treated when they come to Guyana. That is not what we asked you about. That is not what we asked you about. So who is reckless? Who is reckless? Who is playing with the lives of the Guyanese people? Certainly I am not. I have been elected by the people to stand up for them, to represent them at all levels, and that is what I will do. You can call me reckless for that, but I am reckless on behalf of the Guyanese people, not on behalf of no small dealers, no transactions, little business. You're putting money over the health of our people. I took the Sputnik vaccine, it's in my body. Airfinali didn't take it. Jagdio didn't take it. So what are they talking about reckless now? You can afford to be reckless. I cannot afford to be reckless. The people are looking, they're watching. Now, after not holding parliament for over 90 days and expending billions of dollars on this Sputnik vaccine, paying twice the cost quoted by the Russian government, the PBC effectively deprived the procurement process for the vaccines from parliamentary scrutiny. It was only under intense pressure that the PBC reconvened parliament, and lo and behold, the shady dealings surrounding the procurement of the vaccine were uncovered. The APNU AFC is not prepared to play politics with the health of the people of Guyana. The PPP, instead of attacking the coalition for bringing this matter to the fore, should simply provide the information requested so that Guyanese can be equipped to make informed decisions about their health and well-being. The APNU AFC has gone on record as supporting vaccination as an important weapon in our fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. It would, however, be highly irresponsible for us as a coalition to operate as if all is well and normal, given the information that has since come to light. Stop abusing everybody else. Provide the information. The world is watching you. Something smells in the state of Denmark, Irfan and Barrett. Let's get it right. Thank you very much.
Microphone.
Randy, thanks for that intervention, that timely statement by the leader of the opposition.
Yeah. And, bring the information forward.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Bring it forward.
That is
Folks,
all.
That's our time. That's all for this evening. Sanitize, social distance, wear your mask, and continue to practice all the other protocols that are there for your health and that of your family and your friends. We're going to see you guys on Monday, bright and early on Monday. Randy comes on at 5. If not before, with how things are going. Indeed. Yeah. Randy comes on at 5:30 in the afternoons, and then I'm back with you at 8 in the evening. Randy, it's The Rush, and then we're back in the ring. Thanks for joining us, folks, and thanks for joining us all this week. Stay safe. Thanks, Randy.
Yeah. Bye.